relationship with you. And that leads to number 4, leaders equip other people. Now, we're not told of everything that they talked about, but I guarantee you some equipping was going on there, of vision, of identity, of how things really are in the bigger kingdom, the kingdom of God, the grand overall designer, the kingdom that he runs. And the 5th thing is leaders model adding value to others. Now, again, we don't know what Zacchaeus had heard or seen or sensed about Jesus, but we know from all of the gospel accounts, you couldn't be around Jesus long without seeing him adding values to other, healing the sick, giving sight to the blind, giving hearing to the deaf, even raising the dead. He did on a number of occasions. He modeled giving. He modeled healing. And ultimately, he would model the greatest sacrifice and say, hey, you people, every one of you is significant enough and has enough value to me. That's how important who you are is to me, that I would ultimately give everything for your sake. That's what I would do. That's what leaders do. Now, they don't often have to give their lives, but many great leaders, we think of Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela. Some have given their life, Martin Luther King Jr., others, and we think of Winston Churchill and Mother Teresa, and these great leaders. They have all sacrificed. They've all given for the sake of other people, and that's trademark of a leader. And the 6th thing that I want to give you is, we've already looked at leaders notice those who are hungry, leaders seek those who are hungry, leaders build relationships with those who are hungry for more, leaders equip, leaders model, and this last one, number 6, is leaders impart identity. Leaders impart identity. And Jesus came to Zacchaeus and he said, you too are a son of Abraham. That's a huge thing in the Jewish culture. He gave him an identity because just like Abraham, Zacchaeus had seen something in the unseen realm. He had become as successful as he could in the seen realm. But then in this unseen realm, in the spirit realm, where true identity, where true value, where true significance exists, he saw by faith something that he did not see with his eyes, and he aligned with it, and he began to give of himself from what he had to build up other people. And then Jesus goes, hey, you're just like Abraham. He imparted identity. He said, you too, you got the faith, just like Abraham did. And he told him who he was. And that's often how it is with leaders. Sometimes we can't see in ourselves, who we really are, what we're really good at. But a leader will come along and invest in us and then give us that identity. And then ultimately, as we grow, they'll even hand off the keys and give us the responsibility and the authority.
Jeff will be back shortly to wrap up today's message. This is Gabriela, still on the scene today with Top Network Radio. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to Empowered Living with Jeff Byrd. If you've missed any part of today's message, you can hear it again online, as well as the entire archive of Empowered Living at www.topnetworkradio.com or search keyword #Empowered Living. We would like to acknowledge our music partners, Sound Ideas for Corporate to the Max and Kevin MacLeod for Airport Lounge. Any scriptures read during this broadcast are from the New American Standard Version of the Holy Bible. If you would like to learn more about Jeffrey Byrd Coaching, visit www.jeffbyrdcoaching.com. That is JEFFBYRD coaching.com. Do a Facebook search for @CoachingRocks or drop Jeff a line at jeff@jeffbyrdcoaching.com. Again, JEFFBYRD coaching.com. Let Jeff's Coaching Rocks be the building blocks of your empowered success. Now, let's go back to Jeff for the rest of today's message.
So, leave you with a couple of questions today. Who in your circle of influence is hungry for more? Be in your family, think on your job. Who there is hungry for more? Sometimes it comes across with maybe a dissatisfaction with the status quo, or they're always learning, or they're going to events where they can become better equipped at who they are. But who's hungry for more? And then how can you equip them to become all they're meant to be? Just like Jesus came alongside Zacchaeus. How can we, each one of us, how can you with the people that you know in your circle of influence that are hungry for more? How can you come alongside them to encourage that, to build a relationship, to help equip them, to grow in their strength areas, to model for them, and to tell them what you see in them. Give them that sense of identity of who they truly are. I hope you'll join me in doing that today. Again, thank you so much for the time that you spent today. It's been a blessing and a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to the next time. Again, this is Jeff Byrd with Jeffrey Byrd Coaching, and I'm so glad you could join me today. Thank you.